As Nelda likes to say, sometimes all it takes is a spark.
Let's talk about myth. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, first of all, what is your, what is your definition of myth? Because some people are going to think something totally different than where we're going to go here. So,
well, most people, when they hear myth, say myth is a lie. Okay. From Campbell's perspective, myth is another person's religion. It is the fabric of stories and lessons that lead a person to do or not do whatever they do. So let's say for a minute, Nelda, you're a Buddhist and I'm a Christian. Well, my Christianity is my faith. It's my belief. But that Buddhism stuff you're doing, that's a myth. And of course, it would be the other way around. What I like to think about, though, to understand it even more, as Campbell would say, a myth is a metaphor, meaning you draw upon something that is real, that you can touch, that is around you, and you use that, as a poet would, to talk about something that you can't otherwise describe, that you can't otherwise wrap your arm around. So these stories come down to us. They're drawn from the environment in which they work. I'll give you a good example. In the Christian tradition, Christ is a shepherd, and that's right. Traditionally ideal that the shepherd leads the sheep. But if you've ever been on a farm or around a shepherd, shepherds don't lead sheep; they go behind them, okay, and they move them forward. And if a sheep wanders off, they bring them back in. But that whole story, that whole metaphor, that whole myth, if you don't have that experience, doesn't mean anything to you. And so the myths are the fabric, create the warp and the woof of the fabric of our life, either consciously or unconsciously, because we all grow up in that. Again, to turn to Campbell, we have two births. One is the physical birth, and the other is the birth into our culture. And it's the birth into the culture where we are wrapped in the myths and the stories and the traditions of who we are, and parenthetically, who we're not. Whatever else we are, we're not the people over on that hillside.